Hi guys, hope you're well. Just wanted to do a quick video this morning. One of my clients actually asked me, and it just prompted me to do a video on it. How often should I be changing my training split on, or how I am training? Um, I think a lot of people who train, and a lot of personal trainers actually, change clients' programs far too often. Um, I mean, obviously lockdown has meant I've had to make adjustments to my training, but in terms of my split and my style, and barring a couple of exercise selection changes, I haven't changed my program now for 18 months. Um, the only time that I would change a program is if I was stuck at something. So, for argument's sake, if my squats going up week on week, um, I'm beating my reps, form's brilliant. I'm beating strength, and it's gradually going up, and I'm beating different rep ranges for argument's sake. There's no reason to change that. I don't know why I would take that out, because you might make a progression on a squat for 6 weeks, get some really good growth off that, but then throw it out even though there's still room for that to keep going, and you can keep growing and keep adapting. So a time when I would change an exercise is if you've gone 2 to 3 weeks on a certain exercise and it's just not moving anywhere. It's plateauing. You can't you just can't get past the reps, the strength. Nothing's just gelling with it. But even then, what I would try do before you do that is just leave that exercise out, or even have a deload completely if it's coming over a few lifts. Have a complete deload, either have a rest from training, or just really take the volume down for a week and then go at it again. If it's still plateauing, then maybe it is time to change the exercise. But don't change the full program. There's absolutely senseless changing the full program. If everything's still moving forward, like put it this way, say your squats going forward, your deadlifts going forward, your bent over rows going forward, but your bench is stuck. So what should we do? Oh, we'll change the whole program. That's as senseless as it is, as it sounds like that. So at this stage, then what I'd look to do. So say for argument's sake, bench is stuck. On the particular client this morning, what I've done is I've taken bench out. He's gone a few weeks without PBing, so we've taken bench press out and we've changed it to a floor press. So what he'll do now is start a completely different set of PBs on that. That'll be, it's the first time he's done it, so he'll go at that for a little bit, and he'll get better and better and better at that. And then we might want to bring bench press in down the line. So yeah, it's just exercise selection. I think is more important to mix about, rather than just titting about changing programs. The focus in terms of muscle building, and this is for girls and boys, should be getting better at the exercises, choosing the right ones to start with, ones that you can feel as well. That's essential. If you can't feel the muscle, and it's your mechanics aren't built for that certain machine, then you shouldn't really have that in there. You should have stuff in there, one that you enjoy, two that you can feel and you have a really good response to. You can feel every single rep, and one that you're progressing on nicely, and back to the first one, you're enjoying it, 'cause that's the main thing. Longevity is a little bit like diet. I'd rather you do something for 52 weeks a year and be progressing at it, rather than chopping and changing. And again, in terms of programming as well, I see this a lot. When someone's going into a diet phase, they totally change the programming. Like they start doing supersets and stuff like that. Why would you do this? You're in a position where you're wanting to hold on to muscle, so strength is absolutely paramount at this point. So there's absolutely no need to start doing circuits and supersets. In fact, it's the absolute opposite. You're just going to tire yourself out. Whereas you need to get in that gym. You might even reduce volume slightly when you cut in order to hold on to that muscle. I would rather a heavy 6 to 8 rep set and a back off set, and then move on to an exercise in my cutting season, rather than start messing about doing things that are tiring me out and not progressing. Because all of a sudden then, because you hear it all the time, don't you? I'm weak because I'm in my cutting phase. Well, it's just stupid. You should be focusing on holding on to all that strength, and your training needs to match that goal. So yeah, hit me up if you want any help with your training. But as I say, a lot of the time with when personal trainers and when clients change the programming, it's either trying to make it look, for a personal trainer to do it, it's trying to make them think they know what they're on about, in terms of in terms of changing it up and not getting you bored. So if you're one of these people that gets bored with training plans, they might do that for that reason, to keep you interested. But if we're gonna do it for maximal gain, I wouldn't be changing it. I'd just be keeping it. And any client that said to me, "Oh, come on, I want to change," I'd go through this first before I changed it. And until then, and if they was just saying basically it's for my head, I need to change it, that's fine. You know, I'm happy to work with that. But I will make them absolutely 100% sure that they know that this isn't optimal, and I'd rather do it my way, kind of thing. But yeah, I hope all that makes sense. As I say, any messages that you want to ask me, just send them through, and I'll happily respond. Cheers, thanks.